everyone. So a little birdie told me that you feel like shit. You feel like shit every day and you don't know why. Well, I'm here to help you. Number one, your body is drowning in inflammation, and it's not just limited to the foods you're eating which is causing inflammation, but your nervous system, your attachment style, everything that you're not working on healing is causing inflammation. For example, if you're in a chronic state of stress, your body is more inflamed than the average person. If your gut is unhealthy, and our gut is our second brain, you have more inflammation. 70% of our serotonin is made in our gut. So if you drink, you eat unhealthy, you're skipping meals, your body is in a constant survival state. So you feel like crap because you're treating your body like a dumpster. Number two, you're addicted to your own stress hormones. You may think, Simone, why would I be addicted to my poor mental state, my stress? Because you don't know who you are without it. It's like a part of your identity. Who are we without the struggle? Who are we to just live a life of ease? Most people don't know that. They think, oh, we have to work hard for money. You might believe that in order to get like XYZ thing, I need to put myself through, I don't know, stressful event. Whatever your beliefs are, it's shaping your reality. You might like to keep yourself in a depressed state because it's all you've known, because you've been in the state for so long. By the way, I've been through it too. So what happens is your body becomes addicted to this cortisol and adrenaline. You've trained your nervous system to live in this fight or flight state 24/7. So even if there's no real threat, you're going to create stress, drama, and worry. I remember when I was younger, I think I was like 20 years old or something, and one of my businesses that year was actually going south, and I had this income goal, and I didn't know if I would hit it, and I ended up hitting it like halfway through the year. So the business actually went back to normal. And you know what? Suddenly I lost all motivation for the business because I had hit that income goal, and I was actually addicted to that stress and worry and grind of what if I don't make it? What if the business actually fails? So I ended up creating more stress and worry in my life. I think for about 3 days I was like, what do I do now? The past year I've been addicted to this stress, this grind, and now what do I do? And then your brain will create more things to worry about. And unfortunately, this is how a lot of us are because we're programmed this way. So you need to work on installing these new thoughts and beliefs into your brain that you can relax. This is not who you are. And you'll find you'll get even more happiness and success if you can install these new beliefs. By the way, we're doing this in my 30-day challenge, the Rebirth Challenge. Come sign up, guys. It is only $30 for the first cohort. It starts January 1st, so go right here to sign up. Okay, 3, you never discharge your nervous system energy, which means trauma, stress, anxiety get stored in our body and in our fascia. But if you experience something very stressful and you don't release it, meaning you don't do the shaking, you don't do somatic releases, you don't do fascia release, it's just getting stored in your body. That's why if something really traumatic happens to you and you don't cry, you might think I'm emotionally stable. It is getting stored in you. And I've talked about my story before where last year my dad passed and I didn't cry, and I just thought, wow, I'm so emotionally stable and amazing. And I progressively got depressed over the year and very, very sick. And it's because all that sadness was being stored in my body and just making me ill. Same thing, my dog passed a month ago and my brain again blocked out the sadness. I could cry, but I was not crying as much as I thought I was going to cry. However, it ended up manifesting as me not being able to sleep, me feeling dissociated, me feeling like I didn't want to eat. That is the trauma. So I knew I could no longer push myself to work further as I had previously done, and that I had to take time for myself, give myself grace, and work on releasing this pain. And I would actually allocate moments to cry. So I would put on a sad song that would remind me of my dog and cry and look at her photos and try to process it. So it's so important that you don't allow these emotions to be stuck in your body. And guys, if you feel terrible and you don't know what to do, I highly recommend trying to get a therapist in the new year, because therapy is so important. Like I always say, guys, you don't have to do it forever. Just do it for a month or 2 months, and it's going to be the biggest return on investment for yourself. And I personally love BetterHelp. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. BetterHelp is on a mission to making starting therapy easier, and they'll connect you with a credentialed therapist who is trained to listen to you, give you unbiased advice, and help you with whatever you need. All you need to do is fill out a questionnaire, and usually within a couple of days, they will pair you with a therapist for you. If you don't like your therapist or you don't connect with them, you can change totally free of charge. And I always say therapy is like dating, so it might take you a while to actually find the right therapist for you, but BetterHelp makes it so easy because you can change for free very, very easily, and you can go and read their profiles. If you were to go in person, you got to go to your doctor, get a new referral, drive to the new psychologist, get on that wait list, and it's expensive and it's time consuming, and especially when you need help, you want it now and you want it fast. That was my biggest barrier, and why I've never done in-person therapy. I've done it once and I drove out, and I've always done online therapy because I feel like when you're really in need, you don't want to spend all this time like hunting down the right therapist and driving to them. So try online therapy. And I love BetterHelp with over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 star rating on Trustpilot. BetterHelp is a platform you can trust. Again, guys, I'm not just saying this because I'm sponsored. Like, I used BetterHelp. Go use my link right here to get 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp. So number 4, your sleep is trash. You need a consistent sleep schedule. Your sleep is going to dictate how much work you get done and how alive you feel and how good you feel during the day. So if you're sleeping terribly, you're not getting your REM sleep, you're not getting consistent sleep, you also have higher inflammation in your body. You shouldn't be having caffeine after 2 p.m. You shouldn't be drinking alcohol in general. I mean, a drink on the weekend, you know, why not? I do it. But it's not optimal. And I also, where are my red light glasses? I don't know where they are. I bought these red light glasses and I put them on before going to bed to help improve my sleep. Because whenever we're looking at blue light, it's going to keep us awake at night. Number 5, you are spiritually starving. You have no connection to something greater than yourself. To me, that is a very sad way to live, and studies show that those without spirituality and religion are more depressed. You have no purpose, no meaning, no transcendence. You're trapped in the material world with no access to higher consciousness. Spiritual malnutrition can actually feel like depression, but that is for you to discover, and I encourage you to watch my other videos on this channel and my main channel. Number 6, you're breathing like you're being chased by a lion. Most people don't breathe well. I'm not breathing well in this video because I'm actually fucking dissociated because of my dog. Like, this shit has really dysregulated me, and I've been working very, very hard to be regulated again. But if you guys are shallow breathing, you're signaling to your nervous system that you're in danger. So you want to slow it down and do these very deep belly breaths. I like to use Breathe with Sandy. He is excellent. Learn to breathe properly and you will see how much more regulated and alive you feel. Number 7, your thoughts are poison and you keep drinking them. We have 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day. Imagine if you're thinking like 80% negative thoughts, which most people are, and 95% are repetitive thoughts from the previous day. You're poisoning your mind, you're casting literal spells on yourself, and you're running the same mental programs which are making you feel shit. Like, you need to break this cycle of your toxic thinking patterns. Join the Rebirth Challenge, because we're going to go through all of it. But yeah, besides that, guys, you need to really start to analyze your thoughts and have awareness of what you're thinking and think differently. Because don't forget, where attention goes, energy flows. So if you're thinking like crappy thoughts all day, you're going to manifest more crap into your life. Number 8, you have no sun exposure. You wake up with artificial light under fluorescent lights. You come home, you stare at your phone, you scroll on TikTok, you go on your laptop, you have no morning sunlight, and this is depleting your cortisol. The first thing you should do is you wake up, not go on your phone, go stand, 10 minutes of sunlight, no sunglasses. By the way, these are my ugly glasses. I stepped on my nice ones and I use it when I'm in front of the laptop. So if you have no sunlight, you have vitamin D deficiency, most likely, and it causes depression, fatigue, immune dysfunction, and your body pretty much thinks you're living in a cave. 9, you're surrounded by energy vampires. You need to monitor your relationships. Your relationships could be draining you, especially if you're a highly sensitive person. If you have really terrible people around you and they're influencing you in a negative way, of course you will feel bad. You are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Next, You have no purpose or mission. Did you know people who have no purpose are more likely to die early? Yeah, because having a purpose keeps us alive. That's why sometimes people feel empty. So they're like, I want love, I want kids. They have kids, now they have a reason to live. You are chronically dehydrated. Our brain is 75% water. So even 2% dehydration impairs our cognitive function, our mood, and our energy. So if you're just drinking coffee, energy drinks, and you're wondering why you feel irritable and moody and foggy, it's because your cells are shriveling. Dehydration can feel like depression and anxiety, so go chug some water right now. Go chug water right now, guys. You never move. Sitting is as bad as smoking, if not worse. So your lymphatic system, which clears out toxins, has no pump and it requires movement. So if we're stagnant, a stagnant body, stagnant energy, stagnant emotions equals not even releasing all the trauma stuck in our tissues, in our fascia. Exercise is actually more effective than SSRIs from mild to moderate depression. So you feel like crap because your body is a swamp, not a river. That energy is not flowing, and energy that's not flowing and moving is going to become pain and illness. Next, you're consuming trauma through media. Like, you freaking doom scroll every day on TikTok looking at murder stories, political rage. You're comparing yourself to people. Of course you feel like terrible because your nervous system can't even differentiate between real threats and digital threats. So if you're watching the same trauma triggers and then triggering the same stress response every single day, you're just re-traumatizing yourself for entertainment. Your baseline anxiety is consuming other people's suffering as content. Okay, you're disconnected from nature. It's very simple. Go out into nature and hug a tree. Hugging out a tree can actually reduce our anxiety levels. Next, your liver is overloaded. This is Chinese traditional medicine. You guys know I'm very into this. Our liver stores a lot of our emotions and it detoxifies our blood, regulates our hormones. So if it is overloaded with alcohol, medications, processed foods, environmental toxins, it can't function and you will feel groggy. You never rest. You never rest. You don't allow yourself to rest. This was a big one with me. Like I told you, I would never rest. I felt like with YouTube, even if I was upset, I had to post a video. It ended up just making me feel like I was living in survival state constantly. My body could never get regulated. If you need to rest, you need to rest. You need to allow yourself to calm down, take a beat. When I need to work and I can't rest like I did today, what I do is I put on a somatic exercise video and it takes you through a bunch of what are they called, like somatic, let's just call them somatic behaviors, which is meant to regulate your body and make you feel more safe. So even just like hugging myself, which is one of them, doing tapping, I feel more calm right now. And you slow down, you do some breathing, then go work, then rest after. That's what I do. And we teach this in the Rebirth Challenge, by the way. So guys, if you're interested, come join. I hope you all have an amazing new year. Like, I'm going to be posting more videos, but I'm happy to have you on my YouTube channel. And I love you guys. Ich liebe dich. Tschüss.